Welcome back, fans of CME Sports. You are now tuning in to Maverick Postgame, where you'll be updated on all the highlights, stats, and analysis of your Colorado Mavs.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Biller.
And I'm Justin Platt. Let's look back at all the action that took place this week involving our Colorado Mavs. The women's basketball team dominated in their home opener against Cameron University on Friday. The Mavericks won this battle 21-6 in the first, 16-12 in the second, 26-22 in the third, and 24-9 in the fourth, resulting in an 87-49 victory. The Mavs were led by Daniela Turner, who scored a career-high 20 points, followed by Kelsey Simons, who scored 17. The Mavericks limited Cameron University all day, not allowing any individual player to break double digits and allowing just 28.6% from the field, forcing a 0 out of 10 from the three. While the Mavs started off the weekend strong, they fell to Tarleton State Saturday in a 57-53 fight to the finish. Kelsey Simons scored a three-pointer with under 3 minutes to play that got the Mavericks within 1 point, making it 49-48. However, a couple of Maverick turnovers and empty three-pointers sealed the win for the Texans, who went 6 of 8 from the three-point down the stretch. The Mavericks forced Tarleton to commit 30 turnovers, but shot 33.9%, 20 of 59 from the field, and 21%, 4 of 19 from beyond the arc. The Texans were led by Haley McKenzie, who recorded a double-double with 13 rebounds and 20 points. Tarleton as a team had 43 total rebounds to the Mavericks' 29. The Mavs were led by Kelsey Simons, who made 3 three-pointers and had a total of 13 points. The Mavericks are now 1-1 on the season and will face St. Martin's University and Northwest Nazarene University in 2 weeks as part of the Dixie State Tournament in St. George, Utah, at the Burns Arena. The Mavs will play at St. Martin's on November 22nd at 3 p.m. and Northwest Nazarene on November 23rd at 1 p.m.
The men's basketball team lost in a Friday night thriller to St. Edwards. They have lost 79-76 when the game came down to a buzzer-beater shot by St. Edwards' Ashton Spears for the win. Senior Michael Skinner led the Mavs with 23 points, followed by Tommy Nuno, who had 20. The Mavericks fell behind early by 17 points in the first half. However, they inched their way back throughout the game, resulting in a nail-biting second half. The Mavericks shot 43.1% from the field and 87.1% from the free throw line. They out-rebounded the Hilltoppers 42-28 and had a 16-9 advantage in second chance points. After falling Friday in a close match, the Mavs lost on Saturday to Dallas Baptist University. The match was close the entire game as Dallas Baptist scored 31 points to the Mavericks 30 in the first half, and then both teams shot 36 in the second, resulting in a crushing 67-66 loss for the Mavs. As a team, the Mavs shot at a 42.6% from the free throw line and a 32% from the three. They had 38 rebounds to DBU's 34, however committed 19 turnovers to DBU's 12. Tommy Nuno was the leading scorer for the Mavs with 16 total points, draining 2 three-pointers and 3 shots from the field, along with 4 free throws. The Mavericks are now 0-2 and will have the week off before heading up to Gunnison for the Comfort Inn Classic at Western. The Mavericks will take on a pair of NAIA schools, which are Midland University and Pacific Union.
Mesa football destroyed Adams State Friday, defeating them 35-13. The Mavericks started off fast, opening the game up with a trick play on a handoff from quarterback Rope Rule to running back Isaac Maestas, who then pitched it back to Peter Anderson. Anderson then took the ball 52 yards down the field to the Adams State 11-yard line. A carry by Maestas set up the Mavericks on the 1-yard line, and then Rule finished off with a 1-yard touchdown run to take the lead over the Grizzlies 7-0. Adams State would then score later in the quarter to tie the game before Nick Sissio would intercept a Markel White pass, which would turn the tide of the game. Jesse Rodriguez would run the ball into the end zone for a 19-yard score in the second quarter to make the game 14-7 Mavericks at the half. In the third, the Mavericks would start strong, forcing a 3-and-out by Adams State and then answering with an 8-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Howard to Peter Anderson. Running back Trey Wyndham would score a rushing touchdown in the third and fourth quarter to bring the score of 35-7 CMU near the end of the fourth. Adams State would try to rally, scoring late in the fourth to make it 35-13. However, another Sissio interception would seal the deal. As a team, the Mavericks had 454 total yards, with 163 coming through the air and 291 coming on the ground. The Mavs had 7 penalties and dominated the time of possession, having the ball 5 more minutes than the Grizzlies. This was the Mavs' final away game of the year, and they will close out their season next week at home against New Mexico Highlands at 1 p.m.
On Friday, the Mavs' 5 home court win streak was snapped by the Colorado School of Mines. The Mavericks lost the match after a 5-set brawl. The match went back and forth, having the Orediggers capture the first set 25-21, with the Mavs responding in the second, winning 29-27, before the Orediggers came back in the third, forcing the Mavs to hold strong in the fourth before finally falling in the fifth. The score in the fifth set the Orediggers 15, the Mavericks 10. The Mavericks then bounced back strong Saturday, beating UCCS in a 3-set sweep. The Mavs were led by Ashton Reese, who had 12 kills, which was followed up by Casey Guilford with 11 kills and 1 block. As a team, the Mavericks hit at a 30.9 hitting percentage, scoring 54 points and only committing 12 errors. They had 46 kills to UCCS's 39 and 5 blocks. The Mavericks improved to 7-1 at home, 16-9 overall, and 12-5 in RMAC play. They will take on Western Colorado November 15th in their regular season finale. This regular season finale is also the Mavericks' senior night, in which they will honor the seniors for their play and support throughout the season. This week, I had a chance to sit down with starting goal for the Mavericks hockey team, Josh Cook, in another Maverick Postgame One-on-One. For this week's episode of One-on-One, joining me is Josh Cook. Josh is the goalie for CMU's hockey team here on campus. Josh, thanks for being here.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
So can you tell me a little bit about how you initially got started with hockey?
I started playing hockey when I was like 3 years old. My grandpa actually got me into it because I wasn't really playing any sports or anything like that. So there was a youth hockey program that was starting in Glenwood, so he got me involved with that, and that's how I started.
So what eventually led you to come to CMU to play hockey?
Initially, I wasn't planning on playing hockey here because I'm a sophomore this year, and last year I didn't actually play. I just took a year off, and then I just started kind of missing playing, so just decided to try out this year.
What was some of the reasoning as to why you decided to take a year off from playing?
I'd just been always playing hockey, didn't really have any time to do anything else during the winter, like go skiing or anything like that, so just gave myself some time to do some other stuff during the winter, and then just got back into it this year.
So what does your schedule look like now that you do have a hockey back in your regimen?
It's not really as crazy as I thought it was going to be because we only practice 3 times a week, and then we'll usually have 2 games a weekend, and then have a weekend off, and then have 2 games again. So it's kind of like every other weekend.
And how long does your season go?
I honestly don't know when it ends, but I think we have like 4 or 5 weekends next semester, and then that's when the season's over.
Now you guys are considered at CMU to be a club sport. Do you guys think that you guys should be a varsity sport?
Me personally, I know I would like it to be a varsity sport rather than a club sport, but I don't really know if I could see that happening right now, just because like the school doesn't have their own rink and everything like that. So, but it would be nice to have it be a varsity sport.
How do you think the team is looking for the rest of the season moving forward?
I think right now we're looking pretty good because we're like all our chemistry is kind of starting to come together. Because this season it was kind of a brand new team. Like there was a lot of new kids, so there wasn't really a lot of, I don't know how to word that. Like there just wasn't really a lot of chemistry with all the players. But now I think everyone's starting to find their place and find what they're best at on the team and how to make everything work out.
Now, to kind of switch gears a little bit, as a goalie, I would assume that there's probably a lot more pressure on that position than other positions on the rink, on the ice. And so, do you think that's true? Is there a lot more pressure on the goalie?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a big part of playing goalie is you have to have the right mindset. Because if you, like, say you let in a goal or something, you can't really like put that all on yourself, because it just brings down your mental game, and then that leads to throwing off your physical game as well.
Now, my final question is, where do you think the team's potential is for this season?
I think if we, like right now, if we get our game together right now, like moving forward, I think we have a chance to go to playoffs. but we need to start like really getting better at doing the simple things in hockey, because that's been a big problem that we've had, is everyone's trying to like do too much and not playing hockey is like a simple game, and that's what works best in hockey.
All right, yeah, good to know. That's all the time we have for today.
Along with the one-on-one, we also took Josh to the rink to shoot another Mav postgame off the bench.
What's up, guys? Today we're back for another Mav postgame off the bench. Today I've got starting forwards and the starting goalie. We've got Josh, Jake, and Joey, and we're going to be playing a game that's called Get Pucked. I'm going to hop in goal, and they're going to take 5 shots each, and if I block more than half the shots, I win. And if they score on me more than half the times, they win. Let's get right into it.
Try not to kill me, please. Please try not to kill me. Please try not to kill me. And also, I don't want you to kill me. I think it will kill me. How do you move in this thing? Oh my God. All right. Come on, Josh. Oh! Oh, oh my God, it comes in so fast. Oh, did I block it? Yes!
What you want, son? It's fucking game time, baby.
Oh, ooh! Oh. That's All right, good game, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming on. You guys did win, but it was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys coming out and doing this with us. Come back anytime, and I hope to see you guys again. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Babu! What are we doing? Like, actually, what are we doing? Before we close today's show, it's time to recognize our Maverick of the Week. Our Mav of the Week goes to defensive back Nick Sissio of the CMU football team. Sissio intercepted 2 passes on Saturday, helping the Mavs defeat Adams State. On the season, Sissio now has 7 interceptions, 14 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles. Congratulations, Nick Sissio, for your stellar performance. You are our Maverick of the Week. Well, that wraps it up for this week. I'm Justin Platt.
And I'm Ryan Biller.
We'll see you next week, and of course, have yourselves a amazing day.